So let us see our essay analysis today. So actually mains 2024 had been started from today, and first paper is your essay and it started today. So here we are going to see analysis of this essay. So you know, right? So in essay, how many sections will be there? You have two sections, section A and section B. How many essays will be there in your section A? 4 essays. And your section B? 4 essays. And you have to pick up one essay here and one essay here. And what is the word limit? Okay, 1000 to 1200 words. And what is the marks which will be allotted for your essay? Okay, 125 for one essay and 125 one essay. So it is totally for 250 marks. Okay, so let me show you paper. So this is our section B. So today in this class we are going to take this section B. So in section B we have 5th to 8th essays. So see the title here once. Read out the title. Can you see? So first one is social media is triggering fear of missing out amongst the youth, precipitating depression and loneliness. So actually there is one article in our today's Hindu which says about one of the points which had been stressed there. So there I said about you have to find the challenges of social media in youth. One challenge is they are facing this fear of missing out. But essay on only one sub thing which I gave in the morning class. Okay, see the second topic. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but to test the character, give him power. So, do you have any idea who gave this quote? Not Gandhi. Okay. And next, see the another essay. All ideas having large consequences are always simple. And next one is the cost of being wrong is less than the cost of doing nothing. So, in these 4 essays, which you feel easy, which you will be selecting if you are writing essay? Okay, cost of being wrong is less than the cost of doing nothing. So actually in all these essays, 6th, 7th and 8th, these 3 are philosophical essays. So in essays, normally we will be having 2 types of essays. One will be based on your current affairs. Second one will be based on philosophy. That is nothing but they will just give the quotes and they'll ask you to expand on that. So here when you are writing essays regarding current affairs, many students they think that it is very easy because they will be studying those things somewhere in GS. So they will be having at least some content to write an essay. But if you come to philosophical essays, many of you might got confusion like how to write content in that. But actually, there is a myth that only philosophy optional students can write philosophical essays, but it is not exactly. So even you guys, you're going to give ideas that we are going to discuss in this session. Okay, so don't think that I'm not a philosophy optional students to write these philosophical essays. So what are the examples that you are doing in your GS and current affairs that you can add here? So that I will explain you now. So after this class, I think you will be preparing for section A and we will be having class on section A at the same time around 4 to 4:30 tomorrow also. And you have to give answers for the next class. Okay, clear? Okay, now let us see the structure of our essay. So what are the parts which are included in our essay? Tell me fast. First part will be introduction. Second part will be your body. And third part will be your conclusion. So actually we are having essay classes weekly once. I think many of you are attending either online or offline and you are practicing. So till now we practiced only introduction part. I think more than 5 to 6 sessions have happened on this introduction class itself. So how you are writing introduction? In how many ways? First one is your quotes. Second one, anecdotes. Next. Third one is your question tags. And fourth one is data or any reports or indices. And fifth one is your GS. So if you go back to here, So I will ask which kind of introduction that you can write here, because whatever the lessons that we are learning through this academy, I want to make you sure that that classes will be helpful to write your essay. I want to prove that here. See here, social media is triggering fear of missing out amongst the youth, precipitating depression and loneliness. So in which way you can write your introduction? You can use anecdotes and you can use quotes. Can you use your JS? Can you use any data reports? Yes. Next, can you use question tags? Yes. Okay, now let us see the first essay. Social media is triggering fear of missing out amongst the youth, precipitating depression and loneliness. So read this essay at least twice, everyone. Please follow my guidance and read this. Online students, please be interactive. So this session is going to be very useful for you guys. And nowhere you will be getting this kind of session. Please be interactive. Okay, so one by one, tell me what you understand by this. What UPSC wants from you. Okay, what is this fear of missing out? What is the meaning of this fear of missing out? If you know this meaning, then only you can write this essay, or no? Will you agree? So what is this meaning of fear of missing out? So how many of you use social media? So tell me about examples of social media platforms. Yeah, Facebook, Insta, Twitter, WhatsApp, okay, Telegram, etc. So how many of you have a habit of scrolling? Everyone? Okay, so what you find while you're scrolling something? Like for example, if your friends, they shared any photographs or videos, for example, if they went to any tour, so what you'll think after saying that? No, not exactly. So when you see any images or any photos or videos which shared by your friend, for example, she or he went to any tour like Goa or any Andaman and Nicobar Islands or Lakshadweep, yeah, what you feel? You're missing something. You joined in so-and-so coaching institute and you're sitting from morning to evening and you're focusing on only studies, studies, studies. I'm missing something, right? So that is the thing. It is about fear of missing out. So already you know that why we are using the social media, retirement, and to connect with others. So by using the social media, we are having now interconnectedness with the people who are even present in other countries. But another way, so what is the challenge? It is also creating feeling of missing out. Now I hope you understand about what exactly the demand of essay is. What it is asking about? To write only about how the social media is triggering fear of missing out amongst the youth. And whenever you're feeling that I'm missing something, I'm not going there, that place, I'm not having the taste of that food. So it will also create depression and loneliness. So now tell me, how can you write introduction? And whenever you're writing introduction, you should not distract from the demand of essay. So this is very important thing. So now tell me how you're going to write introduction. Think, you can do it. No one will be forcing you like this to think. Okay, quote, which kind of quotes you can write? Okay, really social media creates depression and anxiety. Okay, next. So which kind of anecdotes, can you give me some example? Come on, think guys. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, who is preparing for UPSC and missing out? Mm. Okay. Okay, am I wasting my time here? Okay, so very good. Next. Come on from either side. Hmm? Okay, bachelors versus married people. Okay, next. Come on. So try to include some comic also, so that will become some interesting. So I will show you one anecdote, guys. Focus on here. So one evening, as Maya scrolled through her social media feed, she couldn't help but notice the highlights of her friend's life. Like she posted some images of vacations, parties, new jobs, and picture perfect moments. So while she was home alone, the sense of missing out of all fun, which began to overwhelm her. So the more she scrolled, the more isolated she felt. Maya, like many in her generation, found herself caught in the grip of fear of missing out. So this fear of missing out, it is a psychological phenomena which is mainly faced by the youth who are using this social media. So what happens because of this psychological phenomena? It will trigger a wave of anxiety, depression, and loneliness among the youth. So am I distracted anywhere? No, right? So I said about what is this fear of missing out along with an anecdote, and even I said about anxiety, depression, loneliness among the youth, which is creating a disconnect between virtual perfection and as well as reality of their emotional well-being. Clear? Are you getting how to write introduction? This is one example of writing an anecdote. So even I will be showing other forms of introduction. So based on your personality, like which will suits you, you can select that. So these are some quotes. We are constantly bombarded with images and messages of what we should have, where we should be, and what we should be doing. It's no wonder we feel inadequate. So this is also one quote which is related to this missing feeling. And this one is social media has made us more connected than ever, yet paradoxically more lonely. Is that clearly saying that concept? Yes or no? Online students? And too much looking backward into other people's life can prevent us from enjoying our own selves. Yes or no? So by watching that, you will be feeling isolated, lonely, rather than enjoying your own life. Yes or no? So in that way, you can write some quotes which are relevant. And what is the third type of introduction? As I said, question tags. Social media is triggering a wave of anxiety among youth, isn't it? Yes or no? And this one is the constant comparison online leads to loneliness and depression, doesn't it? And young people are increasingly feeling left out due to curated online lives, aren't there? So in this way, you can write question tags. So I'm not going into any reports and GS. So just I'm focusing on these three. This will create more interesting introduction of any essay. Okay, now tell me, now let us go back to the essay and tell me what are the points that you can incorporate in body. Okay, I will write one by one. Tell me the dimensions of your body. Okay, society, from society point of view. It is talking about only youth, right? Okay, women. Okay, they feel insecure. Next. Come on, boys. Only girls are answering. What about boys? If you participate, then only we can make this session useful for you and me. Come on, tell me. So what are the dimensions? Okay, so how can we get dimensions? So what are the four frameworks that I said in our earlier classes? First one will be, okay, optional. So in this optional, you will be saying different subjects of your UPSC like society, polity, history, geography, science and technology, environment, ethics. Okay. So what is second framework? Thought framework. So thought framework, we are using 5W components and 1H components. Like what is that? Whom, why, okay? Like that, you are using 5Ws and H. And what is the third subject framework? So you're taking entirely one subject and you are saying different dimensions from that subject. And next, you will be taking this organism framework. So if you're writing any essay regarding organisms like before birth, during birth, after birth, like that you will be getting the dimensions. So now in this specific essay, so which kind of framework you can use? Okay. So I'm not talking about deaths regarding social media. So I'm talking about only fear of missing out. So you should not deviate at all from the main idea of essay. We should not see like that. So is my question clear? So which kind of framework you can use to get second? Yes. 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 Okay, so tell me which framework you will be using. Optional, thought, or subject or organism. We can't use this organism and we can't use this subject. So you can use either optional or thought. So let me explain them clearly. So here, as you said, we can use this thought process. So what are the dimensions you can write here? What is this missing out feeling? Next, why it is happening? Very good. Next, okay, where it is happening? Okay. Next, how last? How will we last always? So tell me other W's. So why? Why? Okay, when they will feel more, when they feel depressed and lonely more. Next. Okay, and last will be how. How means always it talks about solutions or measures. Okay, clear? So in each and everything, you can write at least 2 to 3 paragraphs. Yes or no, online guys? Okay. So in this optional, what can you write? Optional, what can you write here? So what is psychological impact? Next. Yes, how it is having impact on mental health. Next. Come on, think you can do it, guys. So it has been 3 months you started your foundation course. You can do it. You are very different compared to the other students. I know that. Will you accept it or not? Yes, right? Then come on, tell me. Like what dimensions you can write? Yes, how it is affecting relationship. It is from socially or society point of view, you can write this, right? From ethic point of view, is it moral or immoral? And from culture point of view, next, physical and mental comes under health itself from GS paper 2. And next, and you can see about what steps can be taken by the government to control this from governance point of view. So even from polity, you can write about how it is affecting fundamental rights of people. And you can write about from science and technology, impact of AI. Yes. Okay. From science and technology, you can see about impact of technology in social media platforms. And next one is from internal security. Even that may cause communal violence sometimes. Okay. So are you getting dimensions now? Okay. So are you getting at least some confidence that I can write something in essay? So whenever you're writing all these dimensions, you can give some examples. So online students, is it clear? Social media impact, impact on polity. Okay. So I will be showing you the body points also so that you can make some notes. So in psychological dimension, you can write about how it is going to have impact on our mental health. Like anxiety and loneliness, they are related to our mental thing, not physical thing, right? And this one is from social dimensions, how this loneliness will be affecting the relationship with the peer group. Sometimes it causes jealous, and sometimes it is also one reason for serial killers, serial killings in different areas. You can use that as well. If you watch movies, you can add those. And next one is, if you see how this missing out feeling will be having impact on their own behavior. So psychos, how they will come because of this behavioral impact. And next one is cultural dimension, how they are using it for their own benefit, like materialism, consumerism. And next one is from economic dimensions, even that will be having impact on financial stress. If you're feeling like, yes, I'm missing something in my life, so you will be spending your own money to go to much more better places than compared to that of your friend. So it will be also causing some financial stress on you and even on your family. This happens in reality, right? And next one is from technology dimension, you can understand about role of algorithms. So even some will be using this deep fakes to create more images and they will be posting in the social media. Yes or no? And next one is how it is going to impact sleep and as well as physical well-being. So if you are feeling this anxiety and loneliness, obviously you will be not getting sleep. So because of lack of sleep, further physical disturbances will be happening in your body. Yes, can you write? And next one is ethical dimension, how it is affecting privacy and as well as your self-worth. Whenever you are keeping all those images on social media, where will you maintain your privacy? No, right? So these are the some dimensions that you can write in your body. Is that clear now? So actually this is one of the tough compared to the of other 3 essays in this section. Clear? Do you have any doubts so far? Online guys, any doubts? Is it clear? So whatever the thing that you are practicing like introduction, body, am I using the same thing or am I using any different thing? So is that approach will helps you to write essay or not? Yes or no? Agree? Okay, so see the second essay. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but to test the character, give him power. So what? Read this essay for 2 to 3 times, everyone. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but to test the character, give him power. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? Actually, this is one of the important quote. That guy changed, yes. Yes. Yes, that's the right thing. Okay. So have you understand what is the meaning of adversity here? So you have to know about the meaning of adversity. Adversity means difficult conditions. So can you give me some examples of difficult conditions that will face by every human being? Poverty, hunger, economic crisis. So the first statement is saying that nearly all men can stand in any adversity. Like if they're having poverty, they can overcome. So if they're having financial problem, they can do something and they can overcome. But if you want to test the real character of that so and so person, we have to give him the power. Okay. Now tell me how can you write introduction? So let us follow the same thing. Introduction, body here. Conclusion you can do. There will be no problem with conclusion, guys. So introduction, quotes. Next one is anecdotes. Next one is question tags. Next one is data. Next one is GS. So in these 5 types of introduction, which can you write? Can you write data regarding adversities? Yes or no? No. Okay, eliminate this. Okay, can you write quotes? Okay, already it is a quote. Even though you can write one more quote. Can you write anecdotes? Yes. Can you write question tags? Can you write GS related thing? Can you write anything which is related to your GS? Character, where you will be studying about character in your GS? Ethics. Okay, can you write about anything regarding ethics in your introduction? Yes, there is a chance, but you have to keep it for a last sort of choice. So now tell me about any anecdote that you can write here. Come on, think. Your time starts now. Fast. Power corrupts absolutely, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. So one important quote. So online students, so please tell me any example of anecdote. Come on, fast. Anecdote. You can write a small story like how a person changed after he got power. So will you be the person whose character will be changing in the future after getting into civil servant? Civil service? Yes, right? I know. Next, come on. This guy also. Say something. Come on. You can do it. Because essay will be very tough for almost all aspirants. I want to make it very simple for you guys. So understand and tell me what is this anecdote. So how can you write a small story? You can narrate the stories. You will be reading lots and lots of stories, right? Okay, village. Okay, Sarpanch. Okay, promises he made. Yes, very good. Very good. So one guy said about how the power of serpent changed the personality of that so and serpent. Next. That is a commonly seen. Next. Mm. Mm. Yes, you can write. Next, come on. I want more. Monica, Nadisha, Sujata. Bio? No. No. Okay, I will show you an anecdote. You will be surprised in that. Can we write this also? So in a small village, a kind of a honest shopkeeper, he struggled to meet ends, but always treated his customers with fairness. His reputation for generosity spread, and eventually he became a village leader, as you said. So, with newfound authority, however, he began to make decisions which are favoring his own interest and over committee's welfare. So, shopkeeper who once had the trust of all now showed a different side. This story which illustrates about age-old truth, that is, man can change with power. Clear? Now, I think you got some idea like how to write a small anecdotes. Yes or no? Like how power will change the person. Okay, clear? Any doubts? And see, I gave some quotes. Power tends to corrupt and absolute power corrupts absolutely. It is one of my favorite quote. And next one is the measure of a man is what he does with power. Always there is one famous saying like you can test the character of a wife when that family will be in a financial loss. Okay, then only we can test the character of a wife. So if she is with him, then she is having a true character. So like that, you have to note some quotes of famous sayings. And second one is nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. So this is the quote is given by Abraham Lincoln. Okay, so whatever the quote which is given in our exam is from Abraham Lincoln only. And you can explain about why Abraham Lincoln said about this quote in introduction also, if you know clearly. The next one is with great power comes great responsibility, says Voltaire. So in this way, you can use even other quotes also in your introduction. Clear? Did you get some clarity like how to use the quotes? Yes or no? Okay. And next one is obviously question tags. Does power reveal true character or does it corrupt everyone? Whether it is revealing the true character or whether it is corrupting everyone. Is adversity a better measure of a person's value than power, isn't it? And next one is power can test a person's integrity, can't it? Yes or no? Next one is we all admire those who remain humble in power. So we'll be remembering only those persons like who are having more power, but they are very humble. Yes or no? So in this way, you can create some question tags in introduction. Is that clear? Like how to write introduction? Okay, now let's go back to the body. So here, what are the frameworks? First one is optional framework. And second one is organism framework. Third one is subject framework. And fourth one is thought process. Now tell me which framework that you can use to get ideas, dimensions. Come on, think guys. Online students, so please tell me which framework that you will be using here. Yes, ma'am, relate. Okay. Matter of value and character building, character, Delhi CM scam. Okay, IS Pooja Singhal. It is not Pooja Singhal, Pooja Ketkar. How politicians change after winning elections. Okay, so Meenu says thought process. So tell me which process you can use. Can you use this organism? No. Can you use this thought process and subject? We can't use subject process here because it is a quote. Can you use this thought process? You can't use even thought process. You can use only optional process for philosophical essays. Always keep in your mind, you can use only optional process for your philosophical essays. Okay, now tell me, what are the dimensions in your body? Okay, history point of view, what can you write? Okay. Okay. Britishers are very good example. So they came to India as traders, but finally they became rulers. How? Transition. So after they got power, so what they did? Okay, very good. Next. Is it a philosophical essay now? You're getting dimensions from history. Okay, let me complete all these dimensions, then I will give a conclusion. Tell me, what are the dimensions you can write? Internal security, how exactly? So, how it comes from internal security? Can you give me example? Corruption and scams, but this is not come under internal security, it comes under ethics. Next. Come on, next. Come on, think. You can do it. Online guys, tell me the dimensions. Okay, group of Britishers. Apart from that, Britishers. Society, how? Society, how? Come on, think. You can do it, Monica. Venkatesh. Huh? Okay, economy, how? Okay. So during 1991 LPG reforms, we can test whom? Manmohan Singh. So can you write any? No, we can't write. So from history, can we write about modern history? From modern history, can you give me some examples? Like our Indian freedom fighters? Yes, Mahatma Gandhi, he used non-violence and he had power, but he didn't change. We tested character of Mahatma Gandhi. Next, can you add any dimension from world history? So who changed after he got power from world history? Hitler? Yes, right? So we can compare Hitler with Mahatma Gandhi. Both they have got power, how they use power and how they changed their character. Next. Yes, B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, come on, you can do it. You have that capability, come on. Yes, Alexander from ancient history. Okay, so it's enough from history. Next, come back to other subject. Come on, you can do it, guys. At least I want 7 to 9 dimensions from you. So I will give you one from psychology point of view. So there is one theory, it is called as power paradox. So what is this power paradox is, whenever people, they are getting power, their character will be changed, and now whenever they are getting power, they will be start thinking selfishly. Okay, whatever the actions they will do, they will be unethical actions, right? So this is about power paradox. And even from ethics, you can write about corruption scandals, scams. Okay, next, come on. Anna Hazare, how? Okay, so from post-independent India, you can write about Anna Hazare. So because of him only, this Lokayuktas and Lokpals and Lokayuktas Act and even Right to Information Act had been passed. Okay. Yes, of course, very good. From science and technology, you can write about Abdul Kalam. Very good. Next. Okay, you can write about even ISRO chief, but it will be changing now. We can't even remember who did what. Okay, so these are some dimensions, right? So I will add some more points for your points. So as I said, from psychological dimension, you can write about how this power will be changing the personality and character of that person. That is called as power paradox. And this one is from sociological dimension. You can write about how this power will be impacting the social structures like apartheid. I think you might know about this apartheid. And in that apartheid, it is racialism, right? So whites are always superior over blacks. So in that movement, Nelson Mandela played a very important role. And at that time, we tested the character of Nelson Mandela. And this one is from political dimensions. You can see about how this power will be changing governance. Like you can write about Hitler and as well as Mahatma Gandhi. And even you can write about integrity of Lal Bahadur Shastri as well. And next one is from economic dimensions, how this power will be having impact on wealth distribution. So actually, do you know about this 2008 subprime crisis in US? So at that time, banks and some institutions, they became authoritarian and they misused the power. Okay, so that example you can write. And this one is even social media influencers, they think that if they're having more number of followers, that is their power. So whenever they're having more power, they can use their platforms as advertisements. It may be positive or negative. So they will be sometimes for their personal gains. So they will be also sometimes they betray the followers. Yes or no? Especially social media platforms are used nowadays for advertisements. And next one is you can write about how we can balance power with accountability. So here again you have to divide it organization level and at institution level. So for every organization they have to follow some ethical standards. They need to have proper committees. And from institution level they have to know about self-awareness. For example, the social influencers before posting anything, so they have to know about that. For example, if they are giving any advertisement about any hair oil which is leading to the growing of their hair long, so they have to use first, and if the result is there, they have to do, they should be ethical. So like that you can give some comic examples as well, so that examiner will be getting attracted towards your case studies and examples. Clear? How many dimensions you got? Around 7 to 8 with examples. Can you write 1000 words? Is this a philosophical essay now? Is this a philosophical essay? Are you feeling like that? So whatever you read in your GS, can you write here? Yes or no? So my final conclusion is many students they think that philosophical essay can be written only by philosophical optional students. It is not like that, right? So I want to break this myth. Say this. All ideas having large consequences are always simple, and it is a very easy, and you can write as many examples as possible here. I'm expecting at least 10 dimensions from you guys. So read this title. All ideas having large consequences are always simple. So what is the meaning of this? Read at least twice. Online guys, is there any doubt? MS Swaminathan, yes, election commissioner, power intoxication, very good. Checks on power and role of institutions. South Africa racism. Maurya is the strongest Mahajanapadas because they had power because of iron present in Bihar. Okay, Gausilal, very good. Okay, now see this next essay, third essay. So what is the meaning of this? So if you know meaning, you can write many dimensions. I know that. Okay, very good. That is exact meaning. So can you elaborate on this, anyone? Ideas having large consequences or simple? Come Come on, time is running out. It's already 4. Okay. So ideas should be very simple and they should have great impact. Okay, so whenever ideas are simple, what will be the advantage? We can easily understand them. We can easily implement them, and even we can easily understand what will the consequences. So can you give me some example of simple ideas, greater consequence? Mission Mars. Okay, what is that? Salt Satyagraha, Dindi March. Mm. Okay. So come on, tell me some examples from your GS. You have done with geography, you have done with environment, disaster management. Yeah, renewable energy. Okay. 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 So how can you write introduction? So let us come from first. Okay, small vaccine, huge impact. Okay. Okay, I want to get that kind of examples which are in use. Okay, I'm expecting a lot from you guys for this essay. So introduction, quotes, next, anecdotes, same thing, same story, question tags, data, GS. So tell me, can you write any GS related introduction here? No, there is no chance at all. Can you write any data? No, you have to use only these 3 things. So tell me any anecdote that you can write. Okay, urban village, what exactly? Okay, religion. Hmm. You gave that Sarpanch example, you can't use again here. Come on, another anecdote. I'm expecting some strong. Uh, elephant to JCB. Okay, elephant trunk to JCB. Okay, that's good. Next, apple to. Okay, next. Okay, Newton's law of gravity. Okay, very good. Next, Newton's law of gravity. Come on, you can do it, guys. Why are you thinking so much? You have that capability. Come on, online students. Election. Okay. Recent semiconductor agreement with Singapore, and this agreement changes our Indian economy. Demonetization is a simple idea for the change of currency notes, but it becomes larger consequence in the black money. Okay, very good. Direct benefit transfer, Jandan Yojana, one district, one product. So whatever there in use, can you write these examples? Yes, right? Okay, I will show you some simple anecdotes. In the early 20th century, a young Indian lawyer named Mohandas Gandhi faced a moment of racial discrimination in South Africa. Initially, he was thrown out of train or refusing to move to third class carriage despite holding the first class ticket. So Gandhi's reaction to this unjust act was simple, just profound. He resolved to fight for justice using non-violence. And what started as a seemingly small and simple idea, but finally that led to satyagraha and enormous consequences, and even that led to India's independence struggle. So can you connect this? How is it? Are you getting ideas like how to write introduction? Okay, I will show one more thing. So in 1961, Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet cosmonaut. Everyone knows about the story. I think you might have studied in your school days somewhere. Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet cosmonaut, became the first human to journey into outer space. The idea behind this historic mission was very simple, that is to put a man in space and to bring him back safely. Finally, despite of this complexity in space travel, it had very huge consequences now. So each and every country, they are moving forward in space explorations. You can write some examples. Yes, you can. Understood? First, you can start about even Alexander Fleming penicillin, and now we are using AI for medicines. His telephone. Clear? You can write about some inventions, discoveries, etc. And next one is quotes. So the art of simplicity is a puzzle of complexity. So I wrote according to the demand of essay. Next one is simplicity is ultimate sophistication. Anyone knows this? The greatest ideas are the simplest ideas. Clear? Can you use this kind of quotes? Is that clear? Okay. I want to show you some anecdotes, sorry, question tags. Can great impacts come from a simple concept? Don't they? Great impacts come from simple concepts. And aren't the most effective solutions are often simplest? So I will be sharing this PPT in the group so that you can go through this question tags once again. Simplicity leads to clarity, yes or no? And don't complex ideas often needs to be simplified to create meaningful change. If you want to bring the meaningful change, yes, we have to simplify the complex ideas. So whatever the question tags I gave here, I didn't deviate anywhere from the main idea of essay. Have you observed that? Okay, now it's the time for you guys. So body. So here, this is also philosophical essay. We have to follow only optional method of framework. Now, whatever you want to explore, you can explore here. So I'm giving you much space. Come on, you can use this time fast. Online students, please. Okay, steam engine, Newton apple falling, dynamite to nuclear bomb, Lotus Pasteur, Louis Pasteur, okay, pencilization, steam engine. Yes, you can use menu. So tell me the body. Yes, wheel to vehicle. Next. Next. From science and technology, tell me the dimensions, guys. Space. Next. Space explorations. Huh? Deep ocean. Okay, deep ocean. Come on, next. Come on, don't be numb. I gave you time to explore yourself. Come on. From science and technology, biotechnology. Okay, from geography. Okay, you can talk about ocean drift. Not ocean drift, you can write about plate tectonics. Yeah, continental drift theory, plate tectonics, you can write how it had a large consequence to understand the present world. Next. Economy, globalization impact, very good. Impact of globalization. Next, come on. Yes. Yes, you can write 1971 war that led to Bangladesh instability now, right? Bangladesh instability. Next, come on. I want this kind of things. Guys, you can do it. Come on, come on. Next. Yes, history you did. What about polity? Hmm. You can write about freedom, sorry, not freedom, liberty, equality, fraternity that we borrowed from French Revolution, how that led to constitutionalism in India. Okay, so you have to link from the bills of right of US that led to the fundamental rights in India. So in that way you have to connect. Next, come on, you can do it, guys. Science and technology from ethics point of view. Okay, schemes. Uh. So can you write about affirmation policies of government? So because of this, what is that? Vulnerable sections, they had been facing the issues from British times, but now they're, because of their tribal movements and because of the peasant movements that you will be studying in the modern history, you can relate with the present affirmative actions of the government. Yes, you can write that also. Naxalism, how it had been formed in small village of Naxalbari and how it is having impact across the different countries, right? Okay. Mm. Yes, you can write about recent example of climate resilient seeds. Okay, so I will be adding some more points for you. So you can write about nature's simplicity in ideas. For example, Einstein came up with the theory of relativism and as well as theory of gravity. So with this the law of gravity, we can understand now how this universe is present. So how the solar system is present and why these planets are revolving and why they are rotating. So everything it is interconnected. So why? Because of this law of gravity. And from historical movement, you can write about civil rights movement that led to this Bills of Rights in America. And next one is from economy. You will be knowing about this Adam Smith theory of invisible hands, which talks about free market. So it became one of the classical economic theory now. So it is very small concept, even though now it became a theory itself. And next one is from philosophy. As I said in introduction, Mahatma Gandhi used this non-violence. It is also used by even Martin Luther King, how they used to bring a great impact in the society. And next one is in environment, you will be studying about this natural selection, survival of the fittest, which are the theories of Charles Darwin. So how they bring a great impact, like how we can understand how these animals, how these humans had been evolved, about genetics, everything. It is interconnected because of this small theory. And next one is, do you know about this binary system? Everything will be coded in only digits 1 or 0. So now, because of that binary system, they discovered this computers and internet of things. Now everything is dependent on this binary. It is just 0 or 1, but now it is a huge consequence. And next one is, do you know about this Uber business model? So Uber cabs. So actually they came up with a small idea of providing some services, but later on now it had been expanded very huge and vast. And you can write about Amazon, any platforms. And next from ethics, we will be studying about one theory that is called as classical conditioning theory, which is given by Pavlov. So in this theory, what we'll do is, for example, if you're having a pet, so how many of you have pet dogs? So if you have pet dogs, if you make them to do something every day, it will become an habit. So that is called as classical condition theory. So especially if you want to bring the attitudinal change, we have to incorporate some change every day. Okay, so that is by a small thing that you are incorporating in the day, you will be changing entire behavior of your pet. And next one is in environment, you can write about RRR. What is this triple R? Recycle, reuse and reduce. So by this, can we decrease pollution, plastic pollution? And even you can write about climate change, how you are decreasing this climate change. Are you getting bored? No, right? And in international relations, so to control this carbon dioxide or carbon emissions, they came up with this concept called as Great Green Wall of Africa. They want to plant the trees in entire Africa as a wall so that they can absorb the carbon dioxide and they will decrease carbon dioxide emissions so that they can decrease the climate change and climate change related extreme weather events. And this one is from psychology. You can write about this golden rule. So do you know about this golden rule? Not economy, from psychology point of view, not talking about economy. So it is treat others as you would like to be treated. So if you start treating someone, obviously you will be getting a great change. And next one is you can write about social media. So initially social media had been started to just, actually, do you know about the story of telephone? So why, if you answer any phone, why will you call as hello? What is the meaning of hello? Uh, so actually the person found that telephone to know about the information of his wife. Her name is with this hello. So till now we are using that. So because of this, it is having a huge and great consequence now. So no one will be staying even without phone even a single minute also. So because of that small instrument, it got a lot of consequence now. So is this a philosophical essay? Is this easy or compared to that of earlier essays? This is the easy one, right? So you can add many dimensions with more case studies, examples, data. Yes, right? Okay, so see the last one in this section B. The cost of being wrong is less than the cost of doing nothing. So read twice. Online guys, any doubt regarding earlier essay? Kerala, by using single window system, it leads Kerala as a leader in the business. Okay, very good. Facebook used in college campus for communication. Okay. Is there any doubts regarding last essay? If no, I will be continuing with this last one. Okay, so read this title. So what is the meaning of this essay? Is this something is better than nothing? Yes or no? So how can you write introduction, guys? Again, old story. So introduction can be written in 5 ways: quotes, question tags, anecdotes, GS, and data. Can you write any data here? Something is better than nothing. Any report or any indices in news? No, right? So can you write anything regarding GS? Okay, so you have to follow only these three things. So can anyone tell me how can you write an anecdote regarding this essay? Okay, Ratan Tata's. Okay, even the last stage he did something. What he did? Okay, Ola. Okay. So do you know any success stories of doing something or sitting idle? KFC. Okay. Okay. Come on. So do you know any examples of doing nothing cause loss? Bulb. Okay. Thomas Alva Edison. Okay. Not 10,000, only 1,000 times. Only 1,000 times, not 10,000. Okay, tell me. Tell me, do you know any case studies or examples of doing nothing cause loss? Are you getting my question? Doing nothing cause loss. Any examples? We can't write that movies here. Okay, next tell me. Any stories or any success stories or failure stories? Hmm. Hmm. Collateral Sanders story, okay. Civil disobedience movement, okay, Rakesh. Recent incident of Microsoft crowd strike in its cybersecurity software, but because of lack of rigorous testing, it affected the sectors of economy. Okay, Kausilal. So tell me, how can you write an anecdote? Okay, two friends. Okay, one is okay. Okay. Okay, very good. So one of our guys saying that there are conservation between the two friends. So one friend is doing something, she or he becomes successful, and one is not doing anything, sitting idle. So they become failure in their life. Okay. So apart from that, uh, rainwater harvest. Okay. Okay, rainwater harvesting success story in recent water crisis in Bangalore. Okay, very good. Next, you can do this. Come on, you can. Okay, I will show. So do you know about this Kodak? Have you used this Kodak cameras? So when I was in my childhood, we used to have this Kodak camera. It was very famous brand. After that, now which cameras that you are seeing now? Canon, Sony, Panasonic, etc. Do you say this Kodak? Not even you might not be knowing this brand. So actually, Kodak's decline is because of not taking any action. Okay, Kodak was one of the once a titan of photography industry, but because of digital photography which had been emerged, so they didn't want to make any changes. So they sit idle. So because of this, other cameras like nowadays Canon, Sony, Panasonic, they had been emerged. Now, many of you might not even know about this once titan in photography industry. So like that you can write about if you're doing nothing, it will cause the decline. Yes or no? And see one more success story, Netflix. Do you know about this Netflix? Everyone? How many of you have subscription? What you'll do? Okay, Netflix transition in early 2000s. So actually earlier when it was formed, it was primary a DVD rental service. And later on, they went for streaming. At that time, it was very risky for them. But even though they took risk steps in their life, and finally, now it became as an emerging market and is the topmost in the country. Okay, like that you can write some success stories. Coca-Cola also. Yes, Nike you can write. Yeah, you can write some success stories. I think many of you knowing at least 2 or 3 success brands, right? So you can write that. And next, see this. I gave you some quotes. Only those who dare to fail greatly can never achieve greatly. So if you are taking risk in your life, then only you will achieve success. Or unless and until if you are taking risk, then the success you will be not getting in your life. Always be there to take risk like me. And next, you miss 100% of shots that you don't take. So if you're not taking any risk, you will be losing opportunities in your life. Yes or no? And next one is I never lose. Either I will win or learn. So this is a positive attitude. So if I take any step, even though if I'm failing, I will be learning something or I will be gaining something, but I will be never losing something. So this should be the attitude of UPSC aspirants. And each one is a person who never made a mistakes, never tried anything new. Yes or no? And this one is only those who dare to fail greatly can achieve greatly. So am I deviated anywhere regarding anecdote or regarding question or quotes? No, right? Nowhere I deviated. So this thing that you have to keep in your mind is whenever you are writing essay in any flow, try to write exactly which is related to the central theme of that essay. So don't deviate here and there. So this thing that you should keep in your mind while writing your essay. And see here, I gave you some question tags. Isn't it true that taking risk can lead to great opportunities? And don't you think inaction often results in missed chances? Wouldn't you agree that learning from the failure is vital for growth? Isn't it better to try and fail than never try at all? So it is very relevant, right? And don't we often learn more from our mistakes than our success? So in this way, you can write your question tags in your introduction. Okay, now let's go back. So tell me about body. Again, in here you have to use only your optional framework from different subjects. So tell me now, how can you write this? From history, what? From history, what can you write? Online students, so please give me your ideas fast. Nokia company, not updated features. Led to decline of that company. Do you know about this Nokia mobiles, Tintin? No? Okay. Oh, great. So, why this mobile company it is not there in our market? What is the reason? Because they didn't went for upgradation like smartphones. So now because of this lack of upgradation, only the smartphones like Redmi, Apple, Samsung, they had been monopolized in the Indian market. Next, Project Tiger leads to displacement of 5.5 lakh tribal people. It's like taking blood from one person by killing and providing the life to another person. So where you can connect this, Gausilal? And 1857 revolution. It is not revolution, it is revolt of 1857. Raja Ram Mohan Rai steps for sati to abolish. Home Rule League by Tilak. Okay. So come on, tell me what can you write in the body? Taking some steps is good than comparative of inaction. As our online friend says, from history point of view, you can write about socio-religious reformers. Okay, socio-religious reformers. Can you give me some examples? Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Tilak. Okay, so like that, you can write some movements that you will be reading in your Indian national movement, especially social religious reform movements like abolition of sati, abolition of child marriage, okay, promoting of women education. So you can write about those leaders, at least 2 to 3 examples, right? Next, okay, so in science and technology, even this Chandrayaan 2 is a failure. We came forward so that we got success of Chandrayaan 3 and even we got approval for Chandrayaan 4 now. Next. అవును. Yes, yes, very good. So India's involvement in peace process between Russia and Ukraine. You're taking some action rather than inaction. But inaction is shown in this Israel-Gaza issue. That is one more thing. Next. That will comes under before essay. Huge impact. Swachh Bharat, not here. Next. Come on, you can do it, guys. Have you exhausted? Next, tell me. Tell me online, guys, at least. Chandrayaan 2, very good. Creation of Buddhism and Jainism. That comes under social reform movement itself. Jyoti Phule, Savitri Phule. Okay, you can write that also. But that should be in least priority. Okay, tell me ideas. Have you exhausted? No, right? Come on. So if I take 8 essays in a one class, you will be not saying anything, I know. So that I decided to take only section B today. So every day till we complete your GS4, we will be having every day the sessions from 4 to or 4 to 4:30 between, and will be go on for 5:30 or 6 every day till we complete your mains. Yes, in economy, you can write about 1991 reforms of India, LPG. If you are not taking that, situation would be on another way. Okay, 1929 global crisis. Yes, you can write that point, and even 2008 subprime crisis. Next. Yes, not decent. It is demonetization. Yes, you can write demonetization also. Yeah. Yes, tell me. Yes, Vasco da Gama found route to India, so it is also a great thing. But this you can write in the earlier essay, not here. What consequence had happened after finding the route to India? Next. Yeah. Yes, they may not sustain, but we tried so that we can maintain proper biodiversity in our country. Okay. Cheetah translocation project. Using of pesticides and not using pesticides. Using pesticides versus not using pesticides, right? So how it is having impact? We have both positives and negatives. Okay. Hmm. Aprajita West Bengal Women and Child Bill 2024, which had recently passed, which says death penalty should be given rapist. So, yes. Yes, it is also a step. Doing something is better than nothing. Okay, you can write recent current affairs of Aprajita Bill of West Bengal, which talks about death penalty for rapist. Yes, it is also steps. Taking something, doing something is better than nothing. Next, come on, say something. I expected a lot. You will be saying something. So, do you know about this Rwandan genocide, Syrian crisis? So, in this Rwandan genocide, actually, we have this United Nations Security Council, which is having an important mandate of maintaining peace and security. At that time, international community which had not taken any action, so that led to the killing of millions of people, lakhs of people they had been died in this Rwandan genocide, and that even happened in this Syrian crisis also. Okay, inaction also leads to destruction. You have to give the both balanced points here. Okay, so let us see the points that you can include in the body. You can write about scientific advancements and experimentations of Thomas Alva Edison. So, in despite of many time failures, he said that I understood like how not to make the bulb. So, I learned mainly from my failures. Okay, and next one here is economic decision making and market dynamics. Like in the times of economic crisis, so how this RBI and government are taking steps like monetary policy measures or fiscal policy measures that you can write, and even you can take some global crisis which happened in 1921 2008, and you can say about the role of taking some action, how it is having impact on economic stability of a country. And next one is in the corporate world. Actually, Amazon came up with a Fire phone first, but was a very flop, and it caused millions losses for that company. But even though they were not stopping in their innovation, finally they came up with Amazon Echo and as well as Alexa. You know about this Alexa? So it is like a very great success. Yeah, I already wrote that somewhere. SpaceX Falcon rocket. And next one is I said about this Nokia phones. So this Nokia phones market has been occupied by this Apple, Samsung now. And from science and technology regarding this SpaceX, you can write about Elon Musk. First, they invested a lot in these reusable space rockets, but initially they lost. But finally, they came out of with this Falcon rockets, and it is a great success. And even you can write about artificial intelligence, biotechnology, space exploration, different missions. And next one here is from history. You can see about what was the blunder mistake done by this Winston Churchill. So that time during World War II, so if he had negotiation with the other countries, so British won't lost that. But finally, the blunder mistake made by this Winston Churchill was he didn't went for any negotiations with other countries. And this one is in international relations, you can know about this Rwandan genocide and Syrian civil war. At that time, they didn't went for any actually, international communities, they were silent on this issue. So they didn't intervene to establish peace with diplomacy or with talks or with negotiation, anything they didn't. So because of this, that led to humanitarian crisis. And next one is from psychology point of view. So many people they don't want to do something because they have the fear of failure, right? So even sometimes Steve Jobs have this fear of failure, but he used to overcome that fear. So he became a successful man. And next one is from environment point of view. We know that climate change is happening. If you're not taking any actions, can we control this? Everything will go into the end of this earth planet will be happens if you're not taking any actions. So this is not a good sign for any country, right? So because of this, every countries are taking lots of initiatives. Can you tell me some examples of initiatives of countries to control this climate change? COP, Conference of Parties, Paris Climate Deal, nationally determined contributions of the countries, and the Sustainable Development Goals, ISA. You can write all these examples. Is this a philosophical essay? Finally, what you find after seeing this essays? Huh? Rather than the social media, other three are easy. I said that thing only, no. So social media is different, difficult compared to the This philosophical essays. So philosophical essays will not have any barriers. So wherever you can go, you can get some examples and you can write, you can substantiate. But always you have to remember that you should not go away or you should not deviate from the central theme of essay. So that thing you have to keep in your mind and you have to go on writing the examples. So if you are good at GS, can you write philosophical essay? Yes, right? So with basic understanding, yes, you can write this. Okay. Current affairs is the key. Okay, so are my current affairs is helpful for you now? Yes, will you agree? Whatever I am teaching in the class, it is as per UPSC standards. Yes or no? Okay, any doubts, guys? Online, guys? Combined and differential responsibilities, I said about that. Inaction in resolving economic inequalities. Guys, any doubts online? Online students, if you have any doubts, so please let me know so that I will address your doubts. And YouTube students, actually, I came up with this analysis of essay and I'm taking only this section B here. And till your mains is done, I will be taking each and every paper like GS 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I will be taking section A part in the tomorrow's class. And don't miss this. And every day we will be having session from 4 to 4:30 p.m. till around 5:30 to 6 p.m. based on the length of that paper. Okay, and I will be trying to cover each and every aspect so that you can understand how the questions are asking and even the recent trends of UPSC you can understand and what is the demand of UPSC you can understand. If you understand the demands of UPSC and you can mold your preparation according to that so that you can get success within a very less time and even less number of attempts. Okay, so that's all guys, and I think many of you might got lots of insights after watching this class. If you really understand how the way I'm analyzing this essays and if you're getting at least 2 to 3 new points like how to write this essay, so please do like this video and please do share this class to your friends and don't forget to subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. And thank you so much guys. And online students, thank you so much for watching, and tomorrow also we'll be